This is Pastor Troy right here. Get ready for what we call something incredible. It's called the Best of Season 3. Our executive producer, Donna Kraniski's gone in the files. She's dug around, looked at your comments, and she's picked the best of Season 3 to throw back at you. So over the next few weeks, get ready. It's coming up right now. The first of, the second of, and a whole season of nothing but the best of Season 3. Get ready as that episode rolls now, and don't worry. We'll have new Season 4 episodes coming at you very soon. Be praying for us. We'll see you soon. I'm Pastor Troy. You've been on the dock. Now get ready for Season 3 Best of. That's the On the Dock with Pastor Troy rendition of Mr. Otis Redding's On the Dock of the Bay. You're going to be joining us today on the Dock of the Bay here with Pastor Troy and the gang on the dock.org every Tuesday and Thursday, dropping episodes out of the clouds and into your lap. And we are all about conversations that propel your faith out of the shadows and into the deep. Go find us on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. That's our primary channels. Go find us. Get us on more than one of those. Mm-hmm. And when you get us there, you can also find us also on Facebook and Rumble, SermonNet. We got these others, but these other three, they get us bonus points. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and Getters are social media sites. Go find us there as well and have conversation with us. We'd love to hear from you. Subscribe, hit like, notify, tell others about us. Just bug them. Just harass them. Send them links to the show so they can find out how they can be a part of the Renew Secondhand Store gang. You can be a part. Mm-hmm. You can take part 1 and this part 2 and tell them they need to give their good stuff to them so they can leverage it to do work for the kingdom. We'll talk about that in just a minute here. Also, go to Patreon, be a partner or sponsor of the show. If you're a partner, that means you've got a business or an organization, a Christian ministry, and you'd like to partner with us. We'll feature you, do some shows with you, and help elevate your work as you help elevate On the Dock. And there's 3 levels of sponsorship. Go to Patreon, look up On the Dock, and check out our details there. Also, SLNT, Silent, we're partnering with in this Season 3. Promo code OTD at checkout will save you a lot of money and help you on shipping. Or you can go to our landing page, slnt.com/discount/OTD. It's a Faraday bag product, lots of different products, and you can reclaim your right to disconnect and have some privacy. I got one right here. Stick my phone in. It's like an airplane mode. Nobody can copy, steal, or do anything on my phone. It's just there. Nobody knows even where I am. The Chinese can't listen. North Koreans can't listen. Americans can't listen. Nobody. Google cannot listen. We got this product because Google was listening in a closed set production here. We talked about some things, and they sent us emails overnight. Because a couple of us had our phones on, but on vibrate. The next night I turned mine off because I got scared because I got these emails. Then my wife left hers on because we were joking about it the next day in the studio. She got the emails the next night. And then the other email I got the next day was Silent saying, we know you were listened to because we buy the name list. Would you like to stop that, buy our product? Wow. And better than that, we hear you have a podcast. Wow. They learned we had a podcast. Would you like to affiliate with us? Now, they got that in a closed recording, Pastor Thrash.
Wow. That's scary.
Non-broadcasted, closed recording. So reclaim your right, because you can be places and people listening. Key fobs are the biggest way right now. Somebody can come up to your house. You know, we hang our keys right inside our kitchen door. You don't have to. They can come up to your door at night like a raccoon outside, and they can take a reader, read through your wall, steal your key, and be in your Dodge Challenger down the street and you don't even know. They can wait to steal it later when you're at work or when you're gone. They can copy your credit cards now remotely and all that. And that's what they make these bags so you can, in your purse, they have special slots in your purse, Holly. You can have a Faraday bag slot in your purse so you can drop things like your credit cards, your fobs in, and then people can't jack those.
That's why I drive old cars.
Drive old cars where they don't have electronics. Yeah, there's all kinds of products out there. Check it out at our commercial at the end of the show. You'll find out more details. Go to onthedock.org and find out more about this product, other things we're doing, links and platforms. Email us at info@onthedock.org if you're just totally confused or got a real good question. Donna will give you a better answer than I just did. I'm Pastor Troy, your host for the day. I got John Steve in studio with us as our co-host today. John, how you doing? Executive Director.
Well, good afternoon.
Heron House of Hope, Executive Director. Everything go well at the Heron House Hope today? They feed people?
Yeah, lots of kids showed up. Probably served 180 meals today.
180 meals today.
Already had 30 volunteers.
We're at 400,000 meals, Pastor Thrash.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I want to say Cornerstone has been a huge part of that. Not
tremendous
only
part, yeah.
our kitchen got kind of destroyed last year in a terrible accident. We didn't know this, but Renew, able to support their own Kingdom Builders ministry, came out and put Humpty Dumpty back together again. They did, and we're serving people again because of that. And they are one of the biggest supporters of our annual Family Fun Day, and they're a top level supporter, and that goes to feed families and feed people and to change lives. And what's funny is John's got a thrift store and there, and we're right across the street. He's co-hosting Holly, who's got the biggest thrift store in the region. Not just the biggest, she got the second biggest because she's got Marion and Carbondale.
Not just the biggest, but the best.
The best. And we know why now. I just thought it was an ordinary. So let me introduce you guys. I got Jason Thrash, care pastor, Cornerstone Church, Marion, Illinois, and Holly Dodd. She's the guru, the director of the Renew Secondhand store based out of Marion and Carbondale. And we are taking it to the street spotlight, Renew Secondhand store. We're all about that. And part 2, we're going to get to the backstory. Oh, I gave the wrong graphic. That's terrible. I lose 12 points for that. I don't know where the points go. The backstory, challenges, and next moves. So we're going to, but we learned something during the break. We were all chatting. We did not know why. Because John's got a good thrift store. You guys do a good job. But I just have to be honest. I'm not trying to insult you, John.
No, hey,
your store is a thrift store.
They got a model that.
No. I always thought they were kind of like bougie. I just when I drive by, they're in the corner of Walmart, Sam's. They're up in the city. You know, we're in the back street. House of Hope thrift store is like we're like one block off. You know that street. You go across the railroad tracks, turn right, go down, and you got to watch out, lock your car. They're in like the zone. You get a taco, you get your Starbucks out there in the parking lot. You pull around, and their store's fantastic looking. And then during the break, we understand they got this Renew store. They're like in box stores, like in the mall area. And then you find out this woman's from the Gap. She used to tell us about your back. It's what this is. Renew is like the Marion Gap store. Right. Tell us about your background there.
Well, I worked at Gap when it was in Carbondale. I helped open the store whenever it was in Carbondale. And then I went as one of their managers and everything, and I would go to their St. Louis stores.
They trained you. You were equipped. You're like a Green Beret, Delta Force.
There you go.
Gap Force. The Renew is like the secret Gap. When you go to a restaurant, you get like a secret menu item. When you go to Renew, you get secret Gap. We're not trademarking that, but you could like the secret Gap.
What's amazing about the whole story, I think, there is that she heard about this dream about this secondhand store, and she knew that this would be a place that I could serve.
I can do this.
I can do this. I can serve here, and so
I fix old buildings. I cook barbecue, but you go, well, I can do that store.
I could run a store.
Yeah.
I could run a major store.
I actually have a copy of the business plan that I made way back.
And how many years did you actually volunteer as the store manager?
Well, I think I'm 7 years official as paid, and it's been open.
We've been there 12 years.
If I check, they've been there longer than your church has been in there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, but when you were at the Gap store, I mean, you have cost of inventory. So when you sell something at the Gap store, you've got all this inventory. You got to move it or sell it. You took Gap skills and went ninja nuts. You now have low cost of inventory. I mean, low to none
Right.
cost of inventory. You've got some paid workers, a few, but then you've got volunteer workers, and not just volunteer workers that need to volunteer because young people need to learn to serve the community. You've got people that are doing community service, so they're needing a place to serve. You're not just getting service and giving opportunity to service. You've got low cost. You took Gap and just kind of gutted them.
Well, they taught me well. So.
Yeah, I would call you. You're not really Baby Gap. You're like Papa Daddy Gap, So you got the big thing going on there. Fantastic. Now at the Gap store, what I told you, they got 2 locations, Marion and Carbondale. Go watch episode 1. You can go there during the store hours and make donations. They also got a 24-hour thing at the Marion. What they did tell me, if it's really nice, if you leave it out there, it may never be used. So come by during hours and see them if you can. And if you can't, if you got something really serious, call them, talk to them about it. And they want to remind you that you want to bring stuff in to those hours. You want to bring stuff in that's clean and ready and good repair, and things that you would let your family, your kids your parents use. Make sure you do that and bring the right things. They have a good list on their website of what they have and what they don't have.
One thing we didn't talk about last time is that we can pick up.
We do
if it's the right thing.
If it's the right
Somebody's
thing.
got a house, somebody's passed away, they're moving, and they just want to give their home.
Well, we do furniture pickup. So we'll pick up furniture.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you ever get a situation, just up front, because we do buildings, if you get a deal where they call and say, well, look, we just want to give you everything in the home, you tell them you'll get the stuff in the home. John and I will take the house.
There you go.
Perfect.
We'll renovate it, resell it, and we'll turn it into Kingdom money too. So he says, just take the whole thing. If you're scared of houses, we're not. Or we'll chop it up into 3 tiny houses and bring it over and add it to your tiny house program.
There you go.
We can relocate it.
We've actually done the house thing.
Have you really?
We've had 2 donated. Yes.
That is fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, your guys. We're gonna talk about them in a minute. Your guys have turned it into a new house too. You guys are just dangerous church. Pastor Thrash is at Cornerstone. They're dangerous to the devil. Cornerstone Church, they're here in Marion. They're in that same building. They came into your neighborhood after you'd already been there and established a church around you. And you can check them out 6:15 on Fridays, 9:15 and 11 o'clock on Sundays. Pastor Michael and Carol Ann Nave are the leaders there at the church. And Pastor Thrash, give us a little feeling about what's going on at Cornerstone these days, what's going on with your staff, what's happening in the future of the church there.
Yeah, it's just amazing. God keeps blessing the ministry. We just kind of sit back and all about all that's happening. Just really excited about the direction we're going. We've done the church plant in different places. We in West Frankfort. That is now Redemption, which has been a really neat ministry. We had it going in Carbondale. We were just about ready to have something really special, and then something called COVID.
COVID set everybody back about 12 years.
Just it stopped that. But we're really excited about things that are happening at Cornerstone, and just seeing a move of the Holy Spirit. It's been pretty neat.
Praise God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about other ministries that come out of Renew. We learned that Renew has fostered through Cornerstone Church multiple other service industries, care ministries. What do those look like again? Give us a summary of those.
So that's Kingdom Builders is one of the ministries that is funded by them. My empowerment team, so I have an empowerment ministry that just helps individuals that come into the church looking for help. We help them with housing, we help them get jobs, we help them figure out their budget, what that looks like. I got a group of navigators that help walk alongside them. That whole ministry is funded by them. I have a garage ministry where we've had cars donated, and that money helps get those cars on the road so we can bless a family, keep them working, get them working so they can keep their kids, keep their home, that kind of thing. We've got the tiny houses that's part of our ministry that funds. And then just all of the organizations in Southern Illinois that are benefited from vouchers.
Let me bring that list up, though. We did that in the first. It's so long. Heron House of Hope's on there. They are central to the work we do at the Heron House of Hope. They're both through the Renew donations and through the Cornerstone, and just their family. The Kingdom Builders been a part of rebuilding some structures there, helping us with the Phase 2 project we're doing now. Your teams get in there, and they're making a difference. You're not just a church where you're going to church. Your church is all out in the region.
Yeah, and I think maybe the most amazing thing about the list is that I don't know if I'm looking at it. Most of them, over half, are not church related.
No, I see that. Animal control.
Yeah, animal control. The Illinois Youth Center. That's a state organization. And we've just had an amazing relationship with the city of Marion and our mayor. And
our mayor's a good mayor. He works well with us.
Works really good.
I appreciate that.
We scratch his back. He scratches ours.
Mayor Apsher's very good to us.
Yeah.
Mayor Fertini's been good to us in Heron as well. We've got good friends out here.
Yep.
It's a good community. Williamson County is a good place to be in and do ministry. It's respected here, and there's good partnership here. Toy for Tots. You guys are getting in and getting the toys and all that kind of stuff. What does a Renew Day look like for you, Holly? People come in, get there, they're waiting in line to come in the beginning of the day. They get there at 9 a.m. wanting to see what's new. Do you have a new rack? Do you come in and just go a certain place? Do you have regular shoppers? Do you have what's it look like?
She's saying all the above.
I'm just shaking my head and saying yes.
Yeah, give us a feel. Give us a feel what I need to be prepared for when I walk through that door. Am I going to get assaulted by Donna Korniski trying to get to that rack? Got to watch out.
You do have to watch out. There's some pretty
aggressive shoppers.
Pretty aggressive shoppers.
They use that cane pole. That cane is not a cane.
Right.
That cane is a weapon, a ninja sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
We actually have people who work and volunteer that start their day as early as 6 a.m. at Renew.
Wow.
And we have people there as late as 8 and 9 p.m. So, yeah.
A quick funny story. My mother came visit from Chicago a few months ago, and she's been to the Herrenhaus thrift store, right? So of course I had to take her during the Saturday when she was here during the weekend. Took her during the Saturday, nobody was there. I was like, well, just shop, pick things you want. And she, well, I can't find nothing. And I was like, well, there is another thrift store I'd like to take you to. And I've been waiting for this opportunity. So we go.
You took her to the Marion Gap.
Yeah, took her to the
Marion Gap.
And took her to, and she fell in love.
Oh, my.
She found some things. In fact, she left her jacket that she purchased. I might have to donate it back to bless somebody else. But yeah, absolutely.
I've heard multiple stories of people that they make the special trip from Paducah.
Yeah.
And they'll hit the Sam's Club, they'll hit the Menards, and they'll hit the Renew.
You got to get all three in.
Got to get the Renew in.
It's a hat trick.
They come in from other places.
Day, yeah.
Centralia, Mount Vernon. They just come in from everywhere.
do have
Just
a lot of
the,
people from
the
other
people
places,
that love to
for
thrift,
sure.
they know where to go.
Now, before I get into some of this outreach that's done, I got some great pictures here, and I want to show a video. I want to show a video that's gonna. Holly says it's vintage. Her vintage.
Yes.
Yeah, but Holly, when there's this new thing my wife ran into, we have our friends from Africa, Pastor Mondolo and his wife Deborah. They run my ministry for Hands Up Foundation in Liberia. They were coming in here for the holidays, and she came down from Michigan. Then they came to stay with us a couple of weeks, and Mother Deborah says, Mother Beth, I want to go dumpster diving, and I'm like, I can fix that. There's a dumpster right out in the parking lot. Help yourself. There's not much in it, it's Christmas. But she said, no, I want to go dumpster. No, Paige said, no, it's bin diving. And so she said, I want to go bin diving. So we said, what is such a thing? We didn't have any that here. So we were going to Nashville that afternoon, and we looked it up, and there's like multiple bin diving stores. So we got to Nashville, we got checked in, and we went on a bin diving afternoon to one of 3 stores, and you go in there, and they have dumpster bins, and there's like many of them around, and it's like the $1 hour or the 50-cent moment, and we found out you had to go certain waves, or it was $3 a day, and we spent hours in stores like yours diving into bins.
We have checked out Keith Fossey and I and Susan from Carbondale and another girl that's on our management team. Went to St. Louis and looked at some bin diving places.
So have you thought about yet having a bin diving special day?
Well, we have thought about it.
It was chaos.
However, we are very, very busy.
Too busy to have
the
it.
day, but I will say that it is that we have talked about it on the
Now,
radar.
John does a yard sale occasionally, which would be like bin diving, I guess.
We got a $1 bag sale. We
A
do
$1
that.
bag, so
$1
that's
bag
bin
sale.
diving.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I didn't know there was such a thing, but it was like a sport, Pastor Thrash. There were lines in it. And
It's like Black Friday.
Black Friday,
if
there
you
go.
cut it in front of people, they go, no, it's my turn at the bin next. And then what would be funny is you thought a bin was done, and they roll out another one.
They do. They just rotate them.
Yeah.
They rotate them, and
This is
then
my
some
first
of
time
them.
hearing this.
Yeah, some of them even you stand back and line the outside.
We
of the
left
room.
with our van full to the roof of stuff.
I'll stick with my $1 bag sale.
No, it was incredible. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just discover the bin diving craze.
Just wait till Alyssa hears this episode.
Yeah. Okay, I want to hear about. Look at this. I went online to study your store. Why do I keep seeing pictures of these group of incredible people out here? Look at this. Next picture. Boom. Excuse me. They're either resting or praying. I think it looks like parade rest praying. They're blessing. Look, I gave you 3 screens of this. I'm gonna run it back just so people really get a chance to see it. These guys these are different places. They're doing a sighting on a house. This is more than that. They're built. Look at this. I saw another picture of this ramp. It goes way down the back. It's a serious ramp, and I saw so many of these that I could have put on here.
Yeah, it's an amazing ministry. This is another example of a bunch of guys that know what they're good at, and because of Renew and because of the funds that come out of there, they now have the opportunity to go and bless a family that's in a situation that they need a ramp.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times we have built the ramp. It's been used for a couple years, and then they call us and say, hey, we no longer have the need for this ramp. And we go out and we recycle the ramp.
That's incredible.
And we put it at another house.
I love that. I love that. I'd never even have thought of that. The Kingdom Builders, we're going to get them on the show next. Pastor Thrash, we've requested that he bring them in here. We want to thank them because they have touched the Herrenhaus Oak. They rebuilt the back of our building. They're helping us with the Phase 2 building. It's going to be a future clinic and shelter and commodity store. They're doing a couple of projects for us, and we want to thank them. But we also want to learn more about what they're doing and what the heart is behind that. And we want to, your tiny house project. We want to hear more about that in an upcoming episode because I think more churches and organizations could consider doing that in their area and regions.
Yeah.
And we need that multiplied because transitional housing is in severe
need. Yep.
Severe need here. So I mean, just this Gap Store Marion thing going on. You just pop a Gap, Holly, that you've done is amazing. What's up with this? Why do they have refrigerators in this picture on your Facebook site? This lady's got like food. You went and bought refrigerators for a whole food distribution center in Goreville. You guys have done amazing work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want some of that. I want the cake on the top. There looks like
That's what I said. I said, "Oh, they got the good orange juice."
They've got good
and
stuff.
cakes up there.
And they got lettuce. It's a very healthy
Yep.
food pantry. So you guys have gone out and resourced somebody to help buy new refrigerators, and you've blessed the organization with that and whatever you've done there. And again, the list is this isn't. You said, Pastor, there's individuals that you're helping way beyond this. Obviously, other things, but just so many things that have been touched by what you're doing with that. Just amazing. Let me show this video finally, Holly, because I want to get it in so we don't run out of time. Oh no, that's the commercial from SLNT. You're gonna get that then. All right, here we go. Are you ready? This is vintage Holly Dodd, the director at Renew Secondhand Store. She's gonna tell you all about it. Check this out right now.
My name's Holly Dodd. I'm the director of Renew Secondhand Store. Renew Secondhand Store is a thrift store ministry that was started in 2013. It was started to provide low-cost items to those in our community, and 100% of our proceeds go back out to bless the surrounding area. There are a lot of people who kind of fall into a gap. They make too much money to get assistance, but not enough money to buy the extra things. Those of us here at Renew are doubly blessed. We are blessed by the generosity of our donors, and we get to witness the gratitude of those on the receiving end. One of my favorite stories is about a couple that donated this super awesome red race car bed. We immediately put it out on the floor. The next day, a mom came in and she saw it and she was so excited she immediately called her husband. A family that didn't have the means to purchase something like that brand new was able to surprise their son for his birthday. We've provided over 4,000 vouchers to the community through social service agencies, the school district, and the church. Depending on the kind of voucher you have, you can get anything that you need, from clothing to furniture or any other household items. We were able to help the crossing guards of the Marion School District get new cold weather coats and accessories. We were able to provide tactical jackets to the resource officers here in Marion. We were able to sponsor 10 classrooms with books for the entire school year for them to take home as their very own. And we were also able to bless the Night Shield by helping them redecorate their library area and setting area. We are also able to partner with Kingdom Builders, which is a ministry of Cornerstone Church. They do some really cool things like help with home repairs, build wheelchair ramps, and things like that. There are multiple ways that you can get involved here at Renew. First of all, bring us your junk. We run off of donations that help stock our floor. You can come shop with us. We have lots of different brands. You may even be surprised at some of the things you'll find. And we have volunteer and employment opportunities available. At Renew Secondhand Store, second chances are our thing.
Wow. I don't think that's vintage. Now, I think all the things you've done have been multiplied many times in the years over that. So what was 4,000 is probably way more than that, I'd say, huh? But I think that's pretty good. I mean,
Really good.
Gosh, I mean, that person did a great job.
Thanks.
Yeah, you did a fantastic job. I don't know. I just think if you can go back and get the original footage, maybe they can do it to 1080. Get it out of 240. Get it to 240. So we did it in a box so it wouldn't show all the pixels. So, but just fantastic work that you guys are doing. What's next for you guys at Renew? Do you have anything on the horizon? You got a sale coming? You got expansion coming? Are you doing? You mentioned something about a whole nother store that somebody's modeling after you. You guys are coaching people. Tell me what else is going on next for you guys.
Well, we just at the beginning of the year rolled out some new software and things. So we are actually rotating through our clothing and goods a little bit quicker than normal.
Wow.
So we do a 30 and a 50% off pretty regularly now. 99 cents on Mondays whenever the current items.
Well, that's like a
cycled
dumpster
through.
bin die.
Yeah.
But they can go on the rack and be civilized.
Yes, it's.
That's
hung
because
in-
she's from the Gap.
hung it on
the
the
Gap's
rack.
going to do things civilized.
Yes, we like it to be clean and.
John's going to
easy
give you a
shop.
bag. Grab a bag and run at the thrift store here in Elso. But over there, you're going to get to the Marion.
Yeah, we've done a bag.
You've done a bag store
We've
too?
done bags back in the day. Yeah.
Well, see, back in the day, she just aged you out.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna need
No.
some Gap training.
You need some Gap training. Well, if you volunteer over there, you're going to get the benefit of her knowledge of that management and how that
Right.
works. And
Yeah.
Amazing,
That's what
yeah.
you're going to get, though. This is an example where the kids that can come work from. We showed in the previous video that you do student groups. This is a younger group, but you do all kinds of high school different groups. They can come and they get an experience, a taste of different areas, and that's one way to prepare people for the reality of life.
Yeah.
Is other than they get to rotate a lot in life, you have to stay and work in that spot
Yeah.
forever. But you get a chance to give people a taste. Sometimes they're working off civic service hours and community service hours, but you give people employment skills and job
Yeah.
skills all the
Absolutely.
time. Yeah, you've got a great benefit there. So that's a whole nother world that people
whole
don't.
nother facet,
Yeah, a whole nother facet in that. You got all kinds of output ministries that you're able to give support to and allow that to happen. Not just you, but ministries like House of Hope and many others that have benefited by this. And you guys do everything by just simply taking people's, as you said, the thing, their junk. We
the
mean
junk.
good junk. Like Fred G. Sanford, the stuff you really like here, right? We're talking about like treasures, archaeological treasures. She can take that and they can turn that into resources. And those resources are leveraged into the kingdom here
Right.
Through job training and job opportunities and vouchers and gosh, you turn around and can help a police department with tactical vests
Yeah.
to keep us all safe and other things that you've been doing through the community. I know you guys do tons of stuff like that for the local police departments and fire departments and service organizations and stuff like that. Just amazing what you're doing. What else is next? You got sales coming? You got any other thing you're doing?
Well, we'll be doing back to school and hitting fall before
Everybody wants to
before
come.
it goes less than 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, you're gonna go come and find out what she's trending.
Yeah.
Get those jeans.
Yeah.
You know the kids today all like the jeans with holes in them.
I-
So don't be scared of a one hole in your jean. We're not talking. My wife buys jeans already holed up.
I do too.
Now these jeans I've got on, I can't show you. I'm gonna stand up. I've never stood up on a show before, but I got these hole. I built that hole the old-fashioned way. I wore that hole in it, and now I got my wife put a patch under it because I'm not used to that cold breeze on my leg, so I got an iron-on patch under it.
Yep.
But my kid said, "Dad, you're supposed to let it hang open." I said, "Son, that doesn't feel right." But do you get these fancy
yeah.
jeans that are pre-hole? My wife
yeah.
buys them with holes already
I
in
do
them.
too. I just bought a pair.
You do too?
I just bought a pair last
Donna,
week.
do you buy your jeans with holes already in them?
No, sir, I'm old school.
I appreciate that. Will you work on my wife? Don't let Holly
Yeah.
work on my wife. The
I
two of
bought
them will collaborate.
Yeah, I bought a pair of jeans, a pair of Free People jeans.
Does Alyssa
that
buy
we-
jeans with holes in them? No. Don't let her do that. Don't let her. If she goes to Baby Gap here, if she goes to Gap Grandpa over here, she's gonna get holy jeans.
Alyssa's my people.
Do you get holy jeans? You really do. You get these.
Oh, yeah.
You get designer stuff, good purses.
She's pretty good fashion.
Oh,
She-
yeah.
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 Can we just talk for a minute? What's the coolest thing? You've got a lot of things. You've been doing this a long time. What are some of the coolest things you've ever gotten in? You've gone like,
She
oh
just
my.
got two cool outfits that she wore them both last week.
Oh
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you would have been looking lately, you would have saw a picture of me in the best shirt.
Does Pastor Thrash have a pair of gator boots or some snakeskin boots that come in?
Well, I can tell you that Pastor Michael Nave, a lot of his wardrobe comes from Renew.
Oh.
Yep,
On
Carol-
Sunday morning, Carol
And
Ann,
he
she
looks
shops
like
well.
he's Gap.
Yeah.
We got to move up, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carol Ann works with us usually one day a week.
Probably Monday, so she can
And-
see what comes in.
No.
Like I said, the volunteers, they get first
Yeah.
picks, man. They
Yeah.
get to see it first.
Golly.
Yeah, and
That's
she
a bonus
yeah,
of
she works
volunteering.
Do you
with-
let pastors' wives from other churches come volunteer?
Sure.
Mother Beth's coming.
Yes.
Mother
I'm
Lissa's
saying-
coming.
Absolutely.
Mother Beth and Mother Lissa are coming over.
Yeah, we definitely don't
Because we
discriminate.
wanna-
Everybody's
We
welcome.
want them to trend like Carol Ann. We want them to look good like her. Don't you? Yeah, and so we'll be looking for Mother Beth come on with some more holy jeans. Golly, do you know we could? Some of the jeans they take out now. I see on the TV show. They shoot them with shotguns and they throw paint on them.
I was going to say my pair that I just bought last week that were Free People, they have paint on them
Yeah.
and holes. And it's a nice dirty distress color.
Maybe we
And
need to get a business where you and I just distress stuff. because I do distress.
She
I
dressed
do
it.
stress well. I'm a stress carrier. My wife says. I don't know if that's good, Pastor. Pastor, my wife says I'm a stress carrier.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But I could stress jeans and make a fortune.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, yeah. So tell me a couple. What are a couple of real treasures that have just come in and you go,
gosh.
oh my, that's worth that's Armani, or that's this. Have you ever get anything that's like
Yeah.
Huggy Bear, like a real coat, like a serious purse, or like one of these purses you can buy a car with?
Well, I have right now in the office a vintage Louis Vuitton that we're sending off to have
John's a shoe man.
to have authenticated.
Do you get real good shoes? People.
Yeah.
Yeah. John's a shoe guy, aren't you? Tell him.
Shoe guy.
You're
Yeah.
a bad shoe guy. So listen. So if you get over there and you get there early, you might find gold.
You might.
You might.
Yeah.
Do you ever reach in a pocket and find some gold or something special?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, remember that dresser?
We had a dresser, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
loaded.
it was so cool though, because the dresser, you could tell it was some little old lady's mad money or rainy day money, and they had hid it up in
She
the
was
dresser.
ready.
She was, and it had little notes, like she had a little note with it, and she had wrote down the days that she had saved and how much she'd saved, and she'd stuck it up underneath the ledge of the dresser. So when they brought the dresser and donated it, the boys
Had no
cleaned
idea.
it, had no idea, and enough people had opened that top drawer that it eventually fell down and someone found it and turned it in. So yeah, it was really, really
You
neat.
need to get to the Renew Secondhand store early every day and review things and look for that special item.
One of the fun things is every once in a while I walk in my office and I think, somebody from Renew has brought me a new treasure. One of those in there right now is a cattle prod.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You never know when you might need one of those.
Well,
So
yeah.
they bring those things
Those-
down to me, and I
yeah.
get to
Yeah, you never
Remember-
know what you're going to find.
Remember when we got the shock collars? and
Shock
we were,
collars, yeah.
We were having a to see who could handle
debate
it.
who could handle the shock.
The higher
Well,
level of shock between the two of us.
Come on over. We'll run that around one of our staff meetings and see who can take that
It was
today.
definitely off the record. It was just
Yeah,
all
yeah,
good
yeah.
fun.
Truth or dare. Truth or dare.
Right.
Yeah. When you do this, you're going to find some fun things. You're going to find some different things. But really, I love what you said. If somebody's kind of unloading the house, that you'd be glad to work with them to come out and pick up stuff on special loads. You take stuff at the store, you can turn it around and get it back in the community, and then leverage that into job training and job opportunity and civic service opportunity, and then you can get doing stuff with it, like Kingdom Builders or Tiny Houses or helping a Heron House Help or some other organization you're doing in the community. It's amazing what all you're doing
Right.
with just here. She's like the Gap wizard, and she's come here to Southern Illinois to change Carbondale
I've
and
lived
Marion.
in Southern Illinois my whole life.
I know, but
I'm
you're
from Krill Springs.
but we didn't have this before you. You've created this incredible thing, and you've got a lot going on. So come check it out. You can be in there regularly. Come offer to volunteer. Bring your civic organization. Bring your lightly used stuff. Make sure you bring it clean and take a look at what they don't take and what they do take. You don't take furniture at the house because we don't have any space for it, right?
Correct.
Someday we'll do some of that stuff, but right now we just take more of the smaller items. But you're able to take a couch or something a little larger. You've got floor
Sure.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you ever go to South Padre Island, you got to check
Yes.
out the Renew Secondhand
And you said
store.
that they kind of, you guys mentored a little bit with them on that. Tell us
Yeah.
about that.
Terry
South
and,
Padre
Terry and Alan.
Terry and Alan, they were Cornerstone family. They retired and moved to Padre, helped plant a church, and then now they've planted.
Are they
and
doing?
started
Are
a-
they doing auxiliary ministries like you guys are
Yes.
doing?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is an idea that's transferable. You guys aren't scared to coach or give some
Absolutely.
guidance.
no,
We
absolutely.
love to share.
Absolutely.
This is not a trademark. You'll work with them. Yeah.
Terry and Alan call me all the time, and we have they call to tell me about
Gap
their
training. They want the gap training
no,
secret
their
book. Yeah.
exciting blessings that have
Yeah.
happened, and then we share different things.
It's amazing, absolutely what you're doing. I really appreciate Holly you coming in and giving us your day, and then Jason you as well too. Send my best to Michael at the Cornerstone Church. We appreciate what you're doing. We're going to get you back really quick to have Kingdom Builders in here. Want to hear more about your tiny house ministry? John and I have both made a commitment through the Heron House Hope. Now we're working with a group called Subculture up in Mount Vernon. We're working with a group in Vienna that as well, and also with Take Action Today across about 6 counties. We're working with them. Take Action is helping us with the new clinic. They're going to do our behavioral health care with us, and so they're going to be partnering with us on some of that stuff. We're working with those groups, and we've made a commitment. We were just starting this process, and what I think I'll do is maybe even see if you'll come in with us when it gets time. But we're going to just talk about how to establish stronger transitional housing in the 618 zip code, because we're all the way up and down. And I've committed to John that that's something we're going to do, because because when John came out of prison, and John's show into season 2, amazing House of Hope, where you can anytime he's hosted, we've talked about it. But he's a byproduct of a Gideon outreach. Led him to Christ, and then he chose to come down here and get away from Chicago, and he came here because there was a transitional house available to him to work with, and there is not that now. There's not any organized stuff where that can happen. So you can't have those stories when you don't have opportunities. And you guys have kind of started that, and we want to see if we can do more and more in this region, because we think people sometimes need that place for that 0 to 6 months, that jump place to get them back out of that. And we've kind of made a commitment to do an emergency shelter. That's just for hot and cold and tornado and special, but that will help us identify people that are vulnerable that we might need the next step, like a tiny house, like what you guys are doing. And one of the things that we've talked about is we would like to kind of go on the tiny house model possibly, and we're looking at multiple locations from Mount Vernon all the way down to this way. So we've agreed just to kind of have a Buffalo Wild Wings summit.
Cool.
And talk about how we can start strategically working together the next 2 years to identify what we would want to do and the locations we want to do it. And we're going to start doing some benefits and some events that would start raising awareness of that, and start thinking about locations and places to do that, and start strategizing. So in 2 or 3 years, we could see movement on that. So we just agreed to that like 2 weeks ago.
That sounds wonderful.
So we'll have to get you in on that, because you're already doing that. You beat us to it. So and you guys are willing to give away trade secrets.
Absolutely.
I love that. Yeah, Cornerstone's doing an amazing job. Check out Cornerstone Church, 6:15 on Fridays, 9:15 on Sundays, and 11 o'clock. Lots of choices there. And when you get done, you can go right out in the parking lot and you can have Japanese.
Fujiyamas, that's right.
Fujiyamas right there.
Yep.
If you don't have Fujiyamas, you got Panda.
Pretty soon,
you got
Chick-fil-A
Panda
on Fridays.
Chick-fil-A, I know. We're gonna have it called the Chick Off. You got Cane's,
We got
Chick-fil-A,
all kinds of chick.
We got Popeyes. The chicken people, we're just gonna have them have it like to the death match.
That's right.
We're gonna have some sort of chick off, where they get out there and throw chicken at each other or something. And then we've got coffee too. We've got brew. Was it 71 brew? We've got Dunkin's coffee, and we've got Starbucks coffee.
Right there.
We'll have a coffee off in the first round and chicken off in the second round.
And then go bin diving.
bin diving. We don't have a bin diving store. We'll have to open up
Just
a bin.
don't bin dive in our dumpster.
Not in your dumpster,
No.
nor the one at Community Faith Church.
No, please don't.
John, yours is a very small bin out of House of Hope. Been fantastic. Michael, thank you for tell Michael thank you for all he's doing,
Sure.
the ministry he's doing, and Carol's doing, and what you're doing and leading. We appreciate everything Cornerstone does to partner not just with what you guys do, but you partner with every ministry in this community, non-ministries, civic organizations. So much you guys are touching and changing. I just love what you guys do. We're going to be back in future episodes. Check us out and keep watching the show on the doc.org. We got a lot happening and more shows coming in this season 3. Don't miss any of them. Email us at info@onthedoc.org if you got more questions and comments. And you can find us at YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. If you set that to subscribe, it'll tell you when our next show drops. And then Don will be able to get right into your stuff with the next program. She drops them every Tuesday and Thursday, so look out for them. We'd love to hear your comments on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and Getter. Check out the show notes as well in YouTube to find out how you can get more connected to Renew Secondhand Stores. We'll have all their coordinates in there as well. Hit subscribe, like, notify, be contagious. Tell other people about this show so they can go watch part 1 and 2 and the rest of our shows this season. And look out, we will try to get Kingdom Builders in here really soon and have a show on them and on the tiny. What do you call the tiny house ministry?
That's it. Tiny House Ministry.
Tiny House Ministry.
Yep.
We'll get Tiny House Ministry here because we need to learn more about that and really see. What I love about it, what we've seen is they're giving everything away. You give them some clothes, they're going to give back so much ministry and love back to the community in so many ways. It's amazing. Go check that out. We'd love for you to be a part of us, what we're doing here at On The Dock. Patreon is our way we do that. Check it out. 4 levels of partnership, 3 levels of sponsorship. Go look at that and go to slnt.com. Support that with getting your right to disconnect reclaimed. Check out their Faraday bag products, and we'll run a commercial here in just a second so you can find out more about that and see it firsthand. Go to slnt.com/discount/OTD, or you can go to slnt.com and use the promo code at checkout OTD and get all of our special secret discounts. Check that out. If you don't have a church home, we'd love to have you at Community Faith Church. COFTV.com. We'll give you our coordinates and details, 10 o'clock on Sundays. Also, don't forget, you can go out to Cornerstone as well on Fridays and Sundays. Check out their coordinates as well. What's your website again?
Cornerstone.community.
Cornerstone.community. Go check that out. We'd love to have you. I'm Pastor Troy here. Want to thank you guys again for coming in the studio. John, thank you for co-hosting today. We want to officially tell you on behalf of Hands Hope Foundation, here in House Hope, we want to thank you guys for what you have done for the Heron House of Hope and all the organizations of this community. And the reason we brought John in, we relieved Mother Beth of community because we just wanted to say thank you. Please go back and tell your workers when they're sweating and they're working and it's hot and they're sorting, they're making a huge difference. And John fed 185 meals today to people that you've helped make a difference in. So there'll be people you don't even know that we're making a difference in. And once again, take a chair with you when it's your time to go to the Lord, because Holly, you and your workers are going to have so many people lined up to say thank you for giving to the Lord. Thank you for giving to the Lord. Thank you,
Thanks for
Pastor
having
Jason.
us.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you for having you.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back soon. I'm Pastor Troy. Watch out for other shows coming your way every Tuesday and Thursday. You've been on the dock. I'm Pastor Troy. We'll see you soon.
There are more than 8 billion phones in the world, a fact that threatens your privacy, security, and health. With Silent Pocket Faraday protection, you can regain control over your mobile devices. We get it. Privacy and security are inconvenient topics, and you may feel like you have nothing to hide, but the fact is that in the modern world, your laptop is never really off. Your phone emits a signal, even in airplane mode. And everything from your passport to your credit cards contains RFID, and all of it contains valuable private information that is easily exploited in the wrong hands. Silent Pocket offers a range of products you already use: wallets, bags, travel gear, laptop sleeves, key cases, but with the added protection of our patented Faraday technology, which turns your devices invisible and safe from the outside world. Many industries, from top business professionals to government officials, require the use of Faraday products for the day-to-day security of them and their staff. They understand that we are constantly at risk and take the necessary steps to prevent future attacks. We offer this elite technology to anyone that values their personal data, and we are proud to offer a premium range that fits seamlessly into your everyday life, providing security without looking like a tinfoil hat. As we learn to live with technology, Silent Pocket stands on the 3 pillars of privacy, security, and health. Our goal is to provide harmony with mobile technology without risking our most valuable information. We hope you'll trust us to help you do the same. There are more than 8 billion phones in the world, a fact that threatens your privacy, security, and health. With Silent Pocket Faraday protection, you can regain control over your mobile devices. We get it. Privacy and security are inconvenient topics, and you may feel like you have nothing to hide, but the fact is that in the modern world, your laptop is never really off. Your phone emits a signal, even in airplane mode. And everything from your passport to your credit cards contains RFID, and all of it contains valuable private information that is easily exploited in the wrong hands. Silent Pocket offers a range of products you already use: wallets, bags, travel gear, laptop sleeves, key cases, but with the added protection of our patented Faraday technology, which turns your devices invisible and safe from the outside world. Many industries, from top business professionals to government officials, require the use of Faraday products for the day-to-day security of them and their staff. They understand that we are constantly at risk and take the necessary steps to prevent future attacks. We offer this elite technology to anyone that values their personal data, and we are proud to offer a premium range that fits seamlessly into your everyday life, providing security without looking like a tinfoil hat. As we learn to live with technology, Silent Pocket stands on the 3 pillars of privacy, security, and health. Our goal is to provide harmony with mobile technology without risking our most valuable information. We hope you'll trust us to help you do the same.